Are you finding that your manifestations and the things that you want to bring into reality are maybe not catching? Maybe there's something holding you back. In this video, I want to share with you a quick tip that might support you in really moving beyond the blocks, the limitations that you've created at a subconscious level so that you can start to bring forth those heart's desires. So stay tuned. Welcome to the channel, everyone. My name's Fola, and here we talk all things that are really meant to inspire you, enliven you, and support you on your journey as you meld together both the spiritual and material worlds. And a lot of things have been showing up in my life around this concept of manifestation, creation, and if you're someone like me that maybe really feels a lot of passion for certain areas of life, to really see how you can use the spiritual tools, the magical methods to create your world. And then when it doesn't happen, you maybe feel a little bit of this like, oh, like, did I do something wrong? How come it didn't catch? It's okay. We're going to go through something that recently came to me through a conversation with an old acquaintance that really highlighted just how important it is for us to do the inner work, the healing aspect of transforming our consciousness, transforming our beliefs, our energy, so that then we can start to live this life that really is like the life of our dreams, the life that seems to be in flow, in ease, and in joy. And so I want to share that with you because when I heard the words, it just really hit home for me. And so this idea that when we are manifesting or creating, bringing something from our intention, our thought, out into the world through our will, into then a physical representation, it's moving through the four elements, so to speak, of creation, from air with our thoughts, water with our emotion, fire with that will or drive, and then the physical, like coin, the earthly element. We get to move through these, but what happens is that people get so heavily attached to the expectation of manifesting that last point, manifesting that physical object or that physical representation of the thing that they would like to see happen. But what I was reminded of was really like the premise of any, I think, magical practice, any shamanic healing practice, is the need for us to move the blocks. And if something is not showing up in your world, it's usually because there is a subconscious, back of mind, back of head block, some wall, some type of energy that is keeping you from obtaining it, holding you or stopping you from believing that you deserve to have that thing show up. And perhaps that could even look like you not getting that because it's actually not what you truly desire. What you truly desire is something else, but you are carrying a block of what you think you need to have, what society has made you think you need to have. And that's a huge thing, especially when it comes to certain material aspects, I would say, of creation. So I'll give an example. For myself, there was, this like sense for me where it's like I've really been wanting to tune into a particular desire. For me, over the years, it's been to create this like life, a business, show up in the world in a particular way that has all these different layers of what I have learned to be success, or what I have identified as success. But with this practice, this encouragement here, I started to realize that, okay, when this sort of like destination point of what it is that is my heart's desire is not being obtained, there's usually something on the road or the path towards it that is in a way stopping me, or I am stopping myself. Because again, it's all subconscious beliefs, it's programming, ideas, thoughts that we hold about ourselves. And so what we want to do to really shift the energy what you're going to want to tune into, and what the purpose of like magic and the shamanic path and the spiritual path is to become aware of what it is between that point and yourself. If we are to think of it like a time-space sort of continuum, which that's a whole other conversation. And so what is that? And this is where I was reminded we have to really get honest and open with ourselves and with spirit, with God, the creator, of what it is, and praying, asking, not for that end result, not for that desire, but rather to remove any of those obstacles or to bring to light those obstacles so that you can start to see and then make different choices, make different thoughts, choose in a way that's going to align. And, almost I'm seeing it like the mirrors in like a funny house, where like there's mirrors that make you look contorted and shorter, larger, all different sorts of weird ways. It's almost like those mirrors along the path that made you see yourself in a particular way get straightened out. And the path towards that goal, that intention, that becomes clear. It becomes shorter. Or it might completely dissolve and you start to realize that your intention, the desire, is actually not what you necessarily thought it was. It starts to shift. But this focus needs to be on that in-between. And I did do a collective reading on Monday for this theme, where we started off with a reading for the collective humanity to see what are some areas we need to be aware of. You may want to go and check that out. I'll link it here. But really getting deeper into, okay, if you have a desire, there's something you want to manifest, it's not really showing up, what can you really tune into? That might be in between, asking spirit to show you. And for me, with that example, what I learned was I have this like push-pull energy. And that pushing and pulling has definitely been very evident in my life in a wide range of ways. And that's the thing that's kind of holding me from that end goal for me of a perceived place of success, or kind of like what I would say is this desire in my heart, or something that's always been with me to experience. So instead of me hyper focusing on the end result, now it's like, okay, this push pull and whatever other things may show up, because sometimes it may be more than one. Can I move through that and just start to ask spirit to show me, okay, how do I heal this? For me, it's been a huge part of getting, I guess, being in the pause moment when I'm invited to something or an opportunity shows up, instead of just going right into like, ooh, okay, I'm going to do this. I can feel the excitement and listen to my body, and then going into a deeper meditation and almost like this patient approach that I involve spirit, I involve my higher self to start to tune into what the steps will be for me. To me, this is really important at this point because it's going to make me feel like way more sure in myself. So I'm going to invite you, wherever you are on your journey, whatever you might be facing right now, what is that like desire or desires that you're holding? Maybe you've just been like really hyper focused on at this point in your life. And that's okay. This isn't shaming or blaming. Just recognize that's what you've been holding on to. But now you're going to like kind of like surrender and just loosen your grip a little bit. Literally just, maybe right now, just kind of let your hands loosen and like maybe just move them, feel the palms of your hands and just let them relax. You don't have to grasp or overly attach to whatever it is that you are feeling called to create in your life. Now, with that relaxation, just simply ask that universal intelligence, God, spirit, just simply whispering it out or speaking it out loud, or even just in your internal mind. Can you show me what is it that really wants my attention along this path of my desire? And breathe that in and just sit for a moment. There might be a thought, awareness. You might see something. You might not. Just trust that you simply asking means that you will receive at some point in the weeks, days, hours to come. And with that question, with that request out there, just add to it that you are willing and open to receiving the healing, the transformation around that, that's going to support you on your path. And see what shows up. It might be some other video you come across. It might be the invitation to work with someone or join some group, whatever it might be. You know, spend some time journaling and reflecting, meditating on whatever it is that might be kind of like a theme percolating underneath you. And feel free to let me know in the comments, what is it that's showing up for you? Because when we name it, when we speak it, when we write it out in our journals, comment in the comment section, it's like we are moving energy. Okay, so it's going to be part of your healing process. So I invite you to share that below. Trust that others too are going through similar sorts of experiences as you. You're not alone on the journey. So I hope you found this video helpful. If so, if you think there's someone else that needs to hear this message, share it, like it, let other people in the YouTube online world come across it, and do your part, because we are all in this together, sharing, shedding, spreading the light, the love. And yeah, I look forward to seeing you all in another video. So until the next time, bye.